unseen. Welcome, everybody. This is me, Tony the Kid. Thank y'all for stopping by here on Chop It Up. I would like to thank Miss Elly for joining me today, my special guest. I will give you the floor in just a second, but obviously a new change of scenery here. Normally, you guys see me at the barbershop talking it up and whatnot, but new guests, new moves, new changes, new scenery a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but thank you for stopping up by, Miss Elly. You know, you used to be a future or a past employee of mine, and I wanted to bring you on because obviously we have good conversations, and for generally what the show is part of is about having those type of conversations, right?
Exactly.
So I appreciate your time with being with me, but I'll give you the floor, Miss Elly. Introduce yourself to the fans.
All right. So my name is Elly. I don't know what to say. I grew up in Waukegan.
Hey, Walktown.
Yeah, exactly. I went to school over there in Waukegan, and then I moved to Gurnee area. So I ended up in Gurnee schools. But other than that, I've been living life. Unfortunately, yeah, enjoying it at the same time. But at the same time, it's just like it's dreadful for sure. Adulting is hard.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Life is challenging. Life is challenging. You know, and like I said, she was a past employee of mine. She made a decision, moved on to bigger, better things, of course. And I would like to ask that real quick, how things have been, you know, with the new change, new city, new home, new lifestyle.
It's a lot. I moved 2 hours away from here to live with my boyfriend. I got a job over there. I used to actually work in past tense before coming to the clinic. I worked as the quality control technician.
There you go.
And I came back, and then again I moved back. And I'm also still working at the quality technician back over there. And I just recently got promoted.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good job.
Just recently, this past week on the 28th, they're like, yeah, you're moving up. So
nice.
I'm like, okay.
Good.
You know, it's been I actually did my 1 year anniversary on the 30th.
And it's been 1 year?
Yeah. On the 28th, they offered me a higher position. So I'm like, okay, I well deserved it because, man, I used to stay, I still stay until like 1 a.m. just working at it. Yes.
Damn, grind. You're a grinder. I think that has always been, that was my, appreciation from you for working for me. You know what I mean? You know, being that type of employee to kind of, do the work and not necessarily complain a lot, but it's like when you made your complaints, they were valid complaints if there's any issues per se. But the work ethic was good. You were good with people. You're good with people in general, right? You're a people person. You're welcoming. You have a great smile. Okay, a lot of patients, a lot of our patients and stuff like that would always love and appreciate, and always did a shout out, and still did after you left for a while. You know what I mean? So I think that's valuable to the work area. But even then, for your commitment in your life has been beneficial.
Yeah, because of it, I haven't missed a single day at work for a whole entire year. So they reward me for the 6 months because they do it in 6 months increments.
Yeah.
So obviously I didn't get it last year due to the fact that I started late.
Right.
So I got it from January to June. I'm like, oh, great. A little bonus. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also got you something.
Me?
Yeah.
What the hell?
For you and your family.
Oh,
don't eat it all.
Got it.
But we make this caramel. We make different types of caramels.
Okay.
But this one specifically is dulce de leche. I know it's kind of a little crampy because I just scooped it out.
Man, but if so I can cut up my apples, dip this bad boy up in there. Man, I appreciate the hell yeah.
Even with like toast in the morning, you spread it.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Oh, that sounds pretty good right
now. So, yeah, it's really good.
Thank you very much. I'm actually going to be there for the rest of the show, but yeah, hell yeah. That is good. Especially right now. And that's the crazy thing, too, because I'm getting back into the mix of getting into the gym, get back in the mix of the exercise and whatnot, because I may be thinking about changing to, maybe going back to trying out to in the police area a little bit back again. See if I can try to get back in there. So I'm getting myself in the mix and having to change up the routine of my junk foodness. You know what I mean?
My bad.
Yeah,
I got
no,
your
no, no.
caramel.
It's always good when it comes to like stuff like this because these are natural sugars compared to like having in a sense of like the
Artificial genetics.
artificial.
Yes.
Exactly. So at least for
Yeah.
this, my apples, dip some in there, like banana, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
I wanted to
Thank
give
you.
you the drumstick. I don't know if you ever
No.
eaten a drumstick before. It's the ice cream that has the cone
Oh yeah,
and covered in chocolate, and in the
yeah,
middle
yeah,
it has the caramel. Well,
yeah.
we do the caramel in there,
Oh.
so that's really good. I honestly feel like it's better than dulce de leche,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't make it this week,
Oh,
so
nice. That's okay.
like yeah. So I was like, oh, let me get him some caramel, see if he likes it. His family's gonna love it.
I'm gonna
Pretty
love it.
sure.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna love this
Yeah.
bad boy. Especially you're
Yeah.
gonna see me eating this all the time. Everybody's gonna be like, "Where'd you get that container from?" Don't worry about it. And then you
Yeah.
said sharing with my kids. I doubtful. No, this is for pops. Okay, I'm
No.
having this bad boy.
No, it's for everyone. It's for everyone.
That's fine. I don't already when I get home, they're gonna be like already stealing it out of the pocket and have it with their fruits and stuff like that.
No, yeah. Other than
Well,
that,
thank you. I much appreciate it.
no, not a problem. Not a problem. Um, other than that, it's just like it's been work and doing a lot of overtime. We're doing Saturdays as well.
Mm-hmm.
So thankfully, this weekend we had Friday off because it's just one of their holidays. I don't know what type of holiday they're doing, but they decided, oh, we're gonna renew the floors. And like
Yeah.
you say, I sometimes complain, and there's valid complaints about it. It's
Right.
because since I started working there, I complain about the floors.
Yeah.
The floors are chipping. I'm like, hey, when I clean, when I clean, the mop hangs into the chips areas. I chip it even more. I trip over it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not only me; it's others. So I kept complaining. They're like, oh no, well, we have to get it approved and yada yada. I'm like, well, I'm still gonna complain about it. So
Right.
finally, the manager of the plant comes in and he's like, oh, well, what do you think about changes here?
Yeah.
I'm like, the floor.
Yeah.
Please change the floors because the floors are horrible,
Right.
especially for a quality like in the quality lab area. You want everything to be nice and clean and
Mm-hmm.
disinfectant. Those floors are not helping. It's
Right.
nasty. So they decided that, hey, we're gonna change it. So they are changing it right now.
Good. That's
Friday,
good.
Saturday, and tomorrow.
And see, that's the proper process. It's like you're not saying that we as employees should hush up and be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reasoning behind the complaint and what's the purpose of it, and the fact that like I said, you've always had the facts, you've always had those type of information to back up the complaint to make an understanding of what I'm saying. I'm not saying it just to be annoying. I'm saying it because it needs to be done. But once it's done, the outcome of it is just better quality. It's better quality.
Right.
And that's always good. I think that was the whole idea of when it comes to patient care. You know, and that's always been my mindset of like how I hire my employees. It's the quality, because we are a medical facility, what we worked for in the past. It's like we have to treat the clients. We have to have quality. We have to have quality of care. The verbiage we speak has to be clear. The attitude that we carry ourselves with have to be presentable. The approach to it, the information we're giving has to be understood. So with that was always something in my interview process. How am I going to have my employee to do so? And once I'm getting some information from you, as if I'm treating myself as a patient and you're being the employee, then I got to understand what you're giving me. And that was a great interview, I think, from my head, because it's like the information you're telling me, it's like it's respectable.
Right.
So I think that's always been the good thing when it comes to any type of business, of making sure you're going to have better outcomes, is the quality of it. Good quality, better outcome.
Exactly.
That's always good. And that's our team and stuff. We keep things rolling that way, right?
And honestly, I miss my team here.
Trust me, the team misses you too. But it's like, and I think that's always been my niche too. As far as employees is concerned, I always know I'm not gonna have an employee that's gonna stick with me until from start to finish type of deal. But at least while the time is here, I hope I've done enough to better your life, and at that to help you grow with yourself moving forward. and maybe, like you said, making life changes give you the encouragement to make that jump.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, this is your life. It's how you're gonna operate in the future. What is the best solution for you, and what is the best road to kind of live on for yourself? That's always been good. So I hope I did that, and I'm happy to see you are doing well, and I'm happy to see for a fact. And congratulations on your promotion, man. 'Cause
Thank
that's
you.
great news. That is really good stuff. Really good. Appreciate it. Much proud, I should say.
Where's the tears at?
No, that's good. Now, for fun, what do you still do for fun, man? What's going on with fun times? I know you're a Stitch lover. Okay,
Of course,
yeah.
I have Angel and Stitch here,
And I still have the little ornament and stuff like that
yeah.
on my desk. So yeah, and especially when the movie came out, I'm like, I know Ellie's gonna watch it. I'm gonna put the trailer out there so she can see it and stuff. I know she's gonna be excited. She'll be the first person at that theater.
I mean, I watched it twice when it came out.
Mm.
I spent $90 because I had to get the bucket, the ears,
Right.
the whole entire thing. And it's not only me; I got it for my boyfriend's daughter too.
Nice.
So it was good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, my sister surprised me with tickets as well.
Oh,
and I'm like, heck yeah, I'm going. And it
Right.
was a special event too. So she surprised me with that, the one in Gurney Mills.
Nice.
And I had fun.
Good.
I had fun and I enjoyed it. Again, I know the movie is not consistent with the original movie, but I still love it.
I think that's always been people's issues with when they remake cartoon movies or whatever case it be. But it's like the understanding of the story it's not going to be the exact same thing. There's people that got to make changes, because even then when we watch the cartoon, we're like, that don't make sense as an adult. Mm-hmm. Some of that stuff, I think you got to make it realistic. So it changes.
That, and also obviously back in 2001, 2002 when it came out, we didn't have technology as we do now. Everything has changed, so they have to make it as for movies for the kids that relates to what's going on right now. So I understand. The only thing that kind of upset me is the book that he read about the lost duck. They didn't describe it in this one, which I'm like, oh, that for me related so much when I was a kid. I'm like, I'm like, I'm the lost duck. I'm like, where is my family? Where's my home? Where's my ohana? And not seeing that, I'm like, dang, what a disappointment. But I mean, I still love it,
Well, something like, I think I kind of see what you're saying, because in the cartoon version of it, it was like you the feeling, put yourself in their feeling.
Yes.
So of feeling Stitch being the lost duck and not having anything, it's like, oh man, you're right. You got a soft side on you, because what he was being promoted as was the Havoc. He was a creation of Havoc. So I created you to destroy things, be a Havoc, and be a nuisance and everything. But in the reality of it, he was feeling in his mind deep down was, I'm just lost. It's not because I'm
bad.
I'm just lost. I need to figure out what's my way, who's my people and stuff.
Exactly.
And that's good. That always lacks lackluster in a sense when it comes to portraying that or storytelling.
Yeah. But honestly, like, I watched it yesterday too. This is.
I haven't watched it yet, but I want to see it. I want to see it. No, we didn't get a chance to see it in the theaters. I think that was one of the movies that were my daughter was like, I want to go see it. I'm like, I know, but we missed.
You did not take her.
You know what? It's also too because they don't last long in the theaters that much. It's like after a month, you guys take it away and then put it somewhere else. And I'm like,
Disney Plus.
I've always so that's why I was like, well, I might as well wait until then and watch it for free. I'm like, I'm already paying that subscription, so wait until then.
I mean, it's true, but at the same time, it's that feeling of like, oh my goodness.
I want that feeling. I totally do. I think that's what's messed up with this whole streaming world, because it's like you've kind of taken that feeling from me. To be the first person at the theater, buying the ticket, being the first person to see the movie, I think that's what's kind of causing movie theaters to obviously lose their revenue and lose their appeal, because you don't get that feeling no more. It's like in a person's mind who has easy access at home, and what your company's made easier for us was you wait for a less than 3 weeks in a sense at that point, and then you automatically preparation for streaming the following two months or whatever case it be. So in my mind, it's more or less of like, I got a big family. I'm more likely going to spend about $100 each time I go to the theater, right? So would I rather spend $100 going to the theater, or would I rather spend what I'm paying for the subscription and maybe buy something at home to sit down and eat with?
Some
Pizza.
popcorn.
Thank you. Pizza, popcorn, have s'mores, or whatever the case may be, while we're doing outside theater, and do it my own way.
I totally understand. And most of the movies that I see, I'm like, I'll just wait until it comes out, because I mean, it's whatever. The only one that I'm just like, I need to see in theaters was Lilo and Stitch.
Right.
My boyfriend, oh my gosh, he loves Marvel, DC.
Good.
You know.
So he was there for Superman then.
Yes. Superman, Fantastic Four. He's actually right now.
Not Fantastic Four, but Superman. But good.
Fantastic Four. He already saw it, but he wants to see it again. So he's going today with his friend, he's going to see it in IMAX. I'm like, okay.
Oh, nice. Even nice. That's great.
Yeah. So he doesn't miss out on like Marvel stuff at all. Like as soon as it comes out, he's there. Even previous, like he's there.
And that's good. That right there, I feel like that was always going to be my thing of memories, because that's what we used to do as kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it also too, kind of right after the theaters, guess what we would do? We would walk over to the mall, do the whole mall run, do the mall walk and stuff, and hang out with the friends and everything. I think that's another thing too. With obviously with all of the malls, they kind of lost, but I think that kind of it took a big hit after COVID.
It did.
And then after COVID, obviously, they had to figure out something to do with the streaming stuff. So they invested a lot more into that. And I get it. I understand to it. It makes sense. But I think that's where the companies between the movie making businesses and the streaming world have to kind of come to an agreement of like, hey, to keep your subscriptions up and to keep our revenue up for movies and theaters and keep this revenue going, it's a chain. Because after we're done, you purchase it so it can be put on your platform, and then we give you X amount of months before you do, so we can make some revenue and then go from there. Yeah, you can go from there. That's nice.
But it's really nice to go to the theaters and, like you say,
have a time
with your family, with your loved ones, and then afterwards, like you say, go to the mall, just even walk around. You don't even have to shop. You just look around and have a good time.
Exactly. Yeah. What I guess relationship wise, now that you brought up your boyfriend, I'm gonna change it up a little bit with that. How's that going per se? How's that relationship going?
It's going.
If you don't mind.
It is hard. I grew up with a single mom and my older sister, and we never saw a relationship form, I guess, with a mom and a dad and all that stuff. So I don't know how to be in a relationship or be with someone living with a guy.
Yeah, opposite sex is what you're doing.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not okay. I guess it's not weird, but it's just something that I'm not used to, and it's a learning process.
Right.
I feel like he has a certain way of doing things, and I have a different sort of ways of doing this, and we kind of crash in some points. I mean, I still love him, no matter what. But I'm just like, oh gosh, and his views of family is so different from mine. So different. I'm very attached to my mom and my sisters and my nieces and nephews, and his relationship with his family is not to say that it's the best, but it's just like they're
distant.
Yeah, they're very, very distant, which it's okay. Things happen, past things happen, but for me, I cherish so much being with family. And that's what I miss the most. And I don't think he understands how I grew up, I guess, with being with sisters and losing a sister and just being connected. And I wish like he would be more appreciated, more of like attentive of how I'm feeling. Because I don't know, what was it, 2 months that I didn't see my family because I couldn't come up. I was working and doing that.
Schedule was hectic.
Yes, very much so. And I just felt sad to the point where I'm like, I felt very depressed. I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is not a good feeling. And then after I came back, like I saw my family, I'm like, damn, this is what I needed. Um, he doesn't understand it, but it's okay. You
It,
know, it's
it
not for everyone.
but it comes with the involvement of relationships.
Yeah.
It's also good to communicate, and even though it seems like it's repetitive, keeping up with the communication is eventually us stubborn men are gonna realize it. And I'm gonna put it out there. We are stubborn to a certain extent of how
Very.
things are. And a lot of times we kind of lose focus of what you're trying to make us understand. But and that's only because, like you said, with two different lifestyles, one person is more or less of like, well, both in a sense are like, this is what I'm used to. This is what I'm used to. So
Mhm.
in our minds, we feel like our way will be the right way because obviously we've lasted this long in
Yeah.
this lifestyle. So we feel this is what's beneficial. But it even took me a long time to do that with my wife. It took me a good minute, and we're still evolving, and we're still changing, we're still growing in a sense, and that becomes the relationship growing with each other. But having communication with that helps it and helps keeps it nourished.
And that's the thing. I think I'm lacking of communication. um, to be honest, I like to hide a lot of stuff.
Mm,
Not like, bad stuff. It's just more of I want my significant other to be happy and please him as many ways as possible. That I forget that I also
need to be pleased in many
need to
ways
be
too.
pleased. And I hide it a lot. I hide my emotions on how I feel because I'm just scared of losing people. Um, I lost a lot of people. I lost a lot of friendships, and I'm like, I'd rather just stay quiet and just keep moving on forward, which I know is not healthy, but
But it's healthy
yeah,
and enough to know for a fact you recognize it.
yes,
And I think with a lot of people and our lifestyles, we tend to just try to like you're saying, you kind of keep quiet about a lot of things, and then when you do that in some relationships, you don't even take the moment to recognize it for yourself
yeah,
because you keep it to the side. But you're recognizing it also means that you're trying to find small ways to make the change and make it go a different way, and that's good. Keep doing that part. But like but communicating with the significant other is going to be beneficial to both of you because at least on his mind, you may not understand what he may be thinking about in the sense
hmm
of he may be having moments of wondering, is she good? Is she all right? But you're also portraying yourself as I'm good, I'm okay. So
which
for
I always say, yeah, I'm
so
good.
so in my mind, well, you're okay, you're good.
Yeah,
It's hard it's always in the same thing for me because I'm focused on what I'm doing sometimes and I lose the focus too. But it's like I'm trusting you to tell me
right,
that you're okay or if there's a problem. Because if you have a problem and you haven't told me, then it's it's saying it's also hard to say like it's not my fault because you didn't tell me.
right,
But it's also on the other hand, it's like, well, did you ask? And that's where it becomes that part too,
yeah,
right? And I, I think that's where I've learned, and I noticed that with my relationship where there's always a time in my relationship where we both just unleash on each other,
hmm
and not saying that we cuss out or whatever case it be, but there becomes a good tension, and we then just leave that attention towards us, and then after that attention, it's more or less of like I am mad at what you said, but I'm realizing I've learned to sit back and be like, listen to what you said. What you said wasn't really what you meant. It's just more of me
hmm
knowing that you're just having an episode,
yeah,
and that's because you're going through something that you haven't told me, and I maybe not the person to ask it. So I'm the person to feel it because I'm right there with you.
yeah,
I'm there. So what's the problem? Like you're not mad at me. At the end of the day, at this little whatever issue is, I love you. I'm sorry if I reacted a different way. But what is it that you're going through? What do you need from me Do you
Just
need
listen to each other.
exactly? Do you
Listen.
need time? And a
Yeah.
lot of times that works for you. And even then, if it takes a minute, but you need to say it, take that moment, turn everything off, turn
Yeah.
everything off. We'll put everything away to a moment and just be like, listen, I just need a few days. You know, do you mind if I go see family? Do I mind if I go do this? I would really appreciate it if you join me in doing this because it's just what I need right now.
And see, that's the thing. Like, he doesn't understand when we do get into arguments. It's not like we're yelling at each other or
Right,
anything
right.
like that. But
It's a good big
I
disagreements.
right, I tend to try and leave. Well, not technically like pack my bags and just go.
Move
It's
a
more of
different
like
room.
I need to not be here at the moment. I just want to drive away and just be on my own. Um, and most of the time he's like, "See, you always walk away, always." And I'm like, "I just need time. I just need to be alone for a few minutes and just clear my head."
Right.
Because sometimes, yeah, I may be nice and all that stuff, but sometimes that anger starts
Building up.
building up, and I start saying things that I shouldn't say or that I don't mean, and it's tough. And that's the thing. What I'm saying is that I don't know how to be in a relationship because I've never seen it, I never experienced it with growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a new experience for me, and like this is my first lasting boyfriend. I mean, we've been together for 4 years.
The intent is
Yeah.
the intent of what your relationship is. You feel like you want it to make it last. Of course.
Yes.
That's the intent.
Yes.
So it's right now of learning the different methods of trying to keep that relationship going.
Exactly.
So you're in the same boat as me. I don't understand the relationship in my life because the relationships I've seen in my life were not healthy ones. Definitely between my parents. My
Mhm.
parents that was an abusive relationship with each other. One was doing the cheating, one was doing the screaming and yelling, and collaboration. A lot of separations off and on. When it comes to grandparents, a lot of lying, a lot of, you know, uh, abuse of alcohol, and the other person just kind of ignoring and being the macho man.
Yes.
So that's not healthy. That's not good. What's it called? What is it? Godparents. Live a life together, but as soon as the kids got up to a certain age, we're out. So
they're like, where's
yeah,
my godparent?
and
I
it's
understand.
hard to get information from that, but I look at it. Okay, I took it as what they did wrong is what I need to start doing right. And what I've noticed is there have been times of carrying the same traits over to that, and that's always going to be because of the chains we've already had between family. You're always going to have certain chains with each other, but it's up to you to break that certain chain to not keep that moving forward for your children or your life, in a sense, moving forward. So that's the key. Try to do something different than what you're not used to benefit what the relationship is. Obviously, the good thing is you're recognizing the problematics that's going on right now. They're not hard to fix. These are not hard problems to not fix, and it's good. It's just the timing of how I'm gonna take that. It's gonna take steps.
Oh yeah.
Always a lot of steps.
It's gonna take some time and like baby steps.
Exactly.
Just baby steps.
Exactly. And that's why I said me and my wife are still evolving now.
And you guys have been together for how many years? 15?
We're going on 14 years this year. It's gonna be our 14th year, and next year will be our 15-year mark. And at that's married. We've been in each other's lives a little over than 20 years together.
See?
So it and I think that what happened recently too when it was just us going to go hang out with the kids at the beach and stuff. It's like in her mind the revelation of, she's changing, she's evolved. I'm changing, I evolved. But at some points in our relationship, there are moments where she feels for me that I'm agitated with her. I'm annoyed with her. I don't like who she's become in a sense.
So she has that in her mind, right?
Exactly.
That's me.
and I told her, and I've had to Now I let her speak her mind that day
Yeah.
because I know if I were to speak up more and speak my piece, I know for a fact already right then and there that it was just gonna collide. And woman, we haven't even stepped into a party that we were invited to
Yeah.
just yet. Actually, we were going to a family party when you mentioned this. Now, if I were to continue with this, we're going to have an all out war inside this vehicle before we step inside there. And the family are going to notice that this relationship is on the rocks right there. So I had to make a choice. I had to make that choice of letting you get that off your chest, speak your piece, let me retain that, and let me speak my piece, but at a later time,
Yeah.
knowing that you are calm so you can hear and listen to what I'm saying.
And also for you to clear your mind, process what she has said, and all that stuff. That's good.
And that's
really
what
good.
ended up happening. I
Yeah.
think the next 2 days was like, look, we didn't talk about this. You said your piece about what you felt about me,
Mhm.
but I'm letting you know. My apologies if that's what you felt. But reassure yourself, I'm in this for the long haul. I'm not in this to be, because you feel like I'm annoyed. I may walk out that door. I'm in this because I care about you. I love you. My feelings will not die from that. Yes, you are a different person. Yes, you do like different things than me.
Mhm.
But we knew that when we got in this relationship. We're two different people. We were literally living two different lifestyles. By that in nature, I knew for a fact in that right there. So most of the stuff, that's why I love you, because you are different, and that's good. That's why you're my best
Yeah.
friend. That's why you're my better half. So when some of the things you do, yeah, I'm not gonna like it, but I don't care. That's not changing my judgment on you. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I don't like it from you, so now I hate you. Now I'm gone.
Yeah.
No, you let it be, and that's fine. We're just two different people. But I'm here because I love you, care about you. You're my wife. I'm your husband. We got family. This right here this is what we got. And I'm not going nowhere. And you got to reassure that the men. You got to reassure that to the ladies. So speaking of, if I can, for your better half, is like that's what you got to do sometimes. But we also
Especially the reassuring, because
exactly.
I tend to be like your wife. Um, got a lot of stuff in my head, scenarios that goes through my head. I'm like, oh, man, I don't think he likes me anymore. I don't think he loves me anymore. Oh my gosh, like, what do I do? Um, and I need that reassurance of like,
Exactly.
hey, I'm here. I'll always be here because I really want this relationship to last the last of my lifetime
Hmm.
until I'm
Then that's good. That's
you know?
good. You have a goal and you keep up with
Yeah.
that goal. And I think that's very important. And like it's reassuring each other. That's
Yeah.
always a beneficial relationship, is reassuring each other of that. Even if it's in random moments, let it be random moments. But always remember, when's the last time you did that?
Yeah.
When's the last time I reassured? Last Valentine's Day? No, I got to do a little better. I got to skip,
Woo.
maybe do something before then, a couple months, and then do it again after that. So
Yeah.
it's healthy. It keeps that relationship just in a healthy state.
More of in the glow area, I just want that spark and all that. Like just even one flower would be so nice. And that would
Yeah,
be the reassurance of like,
I
he loves
always
me, he
thought
cares. Oh my
I
gosh,
used to do a lot too, buying the flowers. I kind of stopped doing that. I'm not gonna lie, I did, and that's my fault because
boy.
it's more or less of like I felt like I did it too much consistently, and I felt like okay, now the meaning behind it has gotten a little stale, has gotten a little old. So
Maybe for you, but for her, it would be it's
correct.
different.
I would agree to that. I think that's something that um, when I do that, I can see the change in her face.
Yeah. It feels like you're special. I mean, you
Hmm.
are special.
Correct.
And it's just like a reassurance of like he cares that,
Yes.
oh my goodness, he loves me. He thought about me.
Yes.
That's the main point. I just want that. I just really, really want that. And I get it, flowers do die, but it's just those moments of
It's just
like,
that moment.
yeah, it's to give you a flower just because he thought about you. It doesn't have to be, a bouquet or anything like that. Just a one damn flower, even a dandelion.
Facts.
anything.
Anything, and that works well. That works wonders. But that's good. I think you the good thing is you got your goal set up. You understand where that problem
Mhm.
is. You guys are working on that, and that's beneficial
Oh
because
yeah.
I've been telling my wife lately about that, about relationships for the future. It's like a lot what social media tells us. There's always each way wants their personal way.
Hmm.
They want to be the right one. At in a relationship, there's going to be that compromise on both ends. Has to be,
Yes.
because you can't have it one sided all the time. Also, understanding is a big key, but that's the good future.
Yeah.
I love relationships when it comes to they're working at it. They're good, so I'm rooting for you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm
And
definitely
me
am.
too, because I'm so attached to him, and I'm
And that's
attached
good.
to his daughter. Oh, his daughter's amazing. I love them so much. I honestly do. I never felt this love before. The unconditional with like being with family, that's a
Hmm.
different type of love. Of course, you're gonna love your family no matter what, but bringing a stranger into your life and into your hearts, that's a different type of love. It's unconditional. It's something that I've felt never felt in my life,
Yeah,
basically. So I hope it lasts long. I hope until, you know.
and it'll be helpful.
Yeah.
It'll be a good story to tell, because something like that are always good stories to kind of put out there in the world, and it's nice to have. It's
Yeah.
nice to have because everyone wants to date for 2 months and be like, I'm tired of you. I'm out. Let's go. I'm like,
Right.
no,
No, like stick to it.
come on, commit to it. It's like you guys are good. There's good qualities there. It's like you
Yeah.
guys can make it keep going and stuff. No worries there. And don't worry about what's going on and stuff like that. Just keep moving
Hmm.
forward. And I think that's really wonderful. That's good. So room for you guys. A room for you guys on that part. Now, you kind of mentioned a little bit though earlier about losses.
Oh yes.
It's hard to lose people. I would not per se what has been your losses, but when you did lose a person, I think that's also a good education for certain people, or maybe a good quality to kind of share what was the the steps you took to kind of keep yourself strong and to keep yourself moving forward.
Um. It's been tough. It's been already what 6 years. 2019 when my sister passed away from waiting for a liver transplant. She passed in May 4th, and from there it was just downhill. We all um, grieved in different ways. Some looked tough, like my older sister. She was like the rock. She has always been my sister Yvette. Um, so I look up to her so much, and I wish I was like her, because she is tough to the point where no tears comes up, and like she can handle her emotions very well. And I'm here just bawling my eyes out. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I cried myself to sleep a lot,
Hmm.
and just the impact of like just the impact of not having your best friend here. It's it's tough. Someone that you told your secrets to, and she told me secrets about her, and I'm like, I can't even. Who do I tell my secrets to now? Um, I know I got my sisters, but it was not the same
Relationship.
relationship with my sister Tanya. Tanya's the one that passed away. Um, so it's grieving will always be with me. It's not something that goes away. It's something that's just right here.
Hmm.
Um, I might be just driving home and all that stuff, and then boom, all of a sudden I think about her and I start crying. And see, I'm already emotional, man. I'm sorry,
It's
but
okay.
it's really hard. And like the accomplishments that I've made, I'm like, does she even know? Like, who can I tell this to now?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, my relationship with my sisters, they're all different. I am different with my younger half sister, Reina. Um, and then I'm different with my older sister. And I'm like, but Tanya was the middle one, um, that she understood, and I understood her, and she's gone. And I still have, I guess, angers
Mm-hmm.
against the hospital, the doctors. They were just waiting for a miracle, and it won't go away. It hasn't for the past 6 years. But like I said, it's because it's there. Grief
Right.
is just there, and there's different type of emotions. You have the happiness, like just remembering like those happy moments, the times that we used to sing along to "What's Up,"
Mm-hmm.
and um, we had our little, sleepovers where it's just we told our secrets, and she didn't judge me, I didn't judge her. Yeah, it's been hard. Now that she's actually in a place where I can just go to the cemetery and just talk to her, it feels nice. It feels better because we used to have her ashes at her house.
Mm.
So for me, it was very uncomfortable because I really wanted to talk to her,
Right.
but there was always people around, and it kind of feels weird when you have people around. And it's just like, can you please go away, or not even be at home? Just I want to speak to her.
Right.
It feels nice now that I can just drive to her tomb and just talk to her. But like I said, there's ups and downs, of course. And when I get happy news like my promotion,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, the first person that came to mind to tell is my sister, but she's not even here. So, and I try to think of like, she is here, she knows, she just can't speak to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I miss those moments with her. It's been hard.
I get it.
I don't know if you ever lost a person that was really close to you, but it hits you really, really hard.
Yeah, I lost. I lost my grandmother, who was like my mom in a sense. That most of my lifestyle, most of how I carry myself, I have to really dedicate it to how she would speak to me and how she would, treat me. And I've always had different relationships, like my older cousin, who's like my brother, Alex the barber at Dynasty Barbershop. he uh he particularly, helped guide me a lot too in life, and he's always been the best big brother that I could ever have, um, of keeping my sanity.
Yeah.
And but her feeling like her her missing in my life has been a big struggle because she was a big rock in our family on my mom's side of things.
Yeah.
But in my life, of just the encouragement of you can do more, you can be more, and it's I feel the same way. It's like there are times where you miss the conversation, you miss the emotions that come with the conversation, you miss the camaraderie, the feedback.
Yes.
I miss the smell.
The smell.
I miss my grandma's smell. I think that's really what I miss the most is her perfume, her scent. And it's like it's really what I remember the most whenever time I would enter the house and be like, "There's grandma, she's walking by." Or if we're going in the car and she's picking me up, let's go somewhere. That's that her perfume was just that. And yeah, especially with my kids. I think that's the one person who I would love to kind of just reach out first and foremost.
Yeah.
Advice. Be like, what's going on? And I don't. I can't. I can't, but I can. I think what's helped me per se is finding my alone time,
Mhm.
and in that alone time just talk as if they're next to me.
Right.
And then kind of think back of, all right, this is something that she would say. So, all right, you're right. You're right. I should be more thoughtful. I should relax. It's just kids. They're, whatever case would be. It's like putting the emotion of what they would tell me, of kind of remembering how they would say it, is kind of the same thing as I'm feeding it back to myself of like, you're right. And the feeling of it at times get me too as well, and it gets me in that state of like serenity of feeling like you are right now. You're right next to me. I could feel a little pressure a little bit, and I could tell that that's you. And there's that one moment after she passed. It took a good 5-6 years of even having a remembrance of her, really, to be honest, which was hard. But I had a dream, and that was my first dream since she passed. And in the dream, I'm like laying down, and it was right around my birthday. Um, and I was thinking about her, and I'm like, this would be really nice to kind of like, I miss her. This, and this. I was seeing pictures. I was seeing things of her, of like in the past, and I'm like, be really nice. I was thinking about it a lot. Had the dream, me laying down, and then I just see her head over me, like as like we're kind of up facing the reverse. And then a few minutes later, I felt her hand on my face, and I freaked out, and I woke up. And when I woke up, I was like, my heart was pounding, and I'm like, is this you? Was that you? Was that really you? Like, did you just touch me? And like, did you? Well, and I smelled her, and then I smelled her, and I was like, fuck, that's your smell. And I'm like, it freaked me out, and I'm like, what? I literally started bawling. And I'm like, I remember her feel like it was like her. She always had like cold hands. She always get cold quickly. She had her nails done all the time. Was never a moment she did not have her nails done. And she had her little wrinkles in her hands. So like to feel that on my face was like, my heart was, it was happy, but it was also like,
it felt really special.
It did. And I missed it so much. And I was like, I stayed awake for like a good half hour, an hour before I went back to bed, before I could go back to sleep. And I'm like, that was wild. My wife was like, you good? I'm like, I'm fine. And I told her the dream, and she just gave me a hug.
Were you already crying?
Oh, hell yeah. It took me a minute to get it out, too. It took me a minute to get it out. But that right there is like, it keeps me hope.
Yeah.
It does. It keeps me hope. And I feel you when it comes to like when good things happen. It's like that person you really want to talk to may not be there and present, but I can feel the spirit, and it's nice to feel it. And then once they start thinking about that part again, I become a little lighter,
right,
a little softer, a little less of attention. And it's like, because that's what you would want. That's what she would want more, the most. Don't be so tense. Don't be so worried. Don't relax on your anxiety. Just focus on what you got to do. You already know what you have to do. It's okay.
See, my sister would say, don't be so dramatic.
And then you see what I mean? Like, it helps, and it's good because you're like, right, all right,
yeah, like,
you're right.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
You got it. Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
I'll just keep moving forward. You're right. My bad. Stop freaking out. Stop freaking out. Just keep moving forward. And it's relaxation sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think I guess my question would be was there any moment that you felt that you had to use substance to relieve a little tension?
Substance like
drinking or smoking or whatever the case would be.
No, not necessarily. I guess it's more just vaping. Yeah, vape has been my go-to. I stopped and then I got back to it. I'm like, okay, especially like those stressful moments of like overthinking. You just need somewhere to get out for a sec, and I think vape has done that for me. I don't smoke weed. I rarely drink. And when I drink, it's probably like a margarita or wine.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much. But vape has been like, okay, just for a few seconds, have that little buzz of.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's good. I think that's healthy.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy
for you. Right.
But it's healthy in the mind, right?
Correct. It's like it's healthy in the mind because you have the conscience of like, I can't just keep doing this. And let that be a problem, because I think that becomes what we've noticed. A lot of people, especially around the world, it becomes issues. It becomes a substance of a relaxation, but
an escape.
There you go. Escape is what I was trying to look for.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big fear of mine, particularly
Mhm.
because, you know, our family has a lot of alcoholism in
Yeah.
it, right? And it's that right there, I think, was one of my big fears of having lost her, and then having that ability to do so and just drown my sorrows. Which, in reality, remember a lot back then was I kind of did. I did. I think at the time where I was really trying, I had broken up with my wife at the time. We had a relationship. I had broken it off with her, and I kind of did the things that I told my wife that I wouldn't do because of our age gap. So at the time I was 21, she was still 18. So it's like she can't go to the same places I can go, right?
Yeah.
But I can just go buck crazy in a sense, and I took advantage of that. I think I really lost myself for a little bit of doing so because I would go out every Friday whenever we get paid because we would get paid weekly.
Mhm.
So every Friday night, we was at the bar, and that became a regular time for me, and I really did a lot of that. And I'm like, I can't even remember when I had a realization of I should stop. I
Yeah.
even lost my relationships. I with my friends, like my older brother Alex. I think I had really kind of cut ties with him because I was tired of him trying to tell me what to do, even though I didn't recognize that it
He
was
was right.
guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He was afraid, but that's weird. Now I'm thinking about it now. Now I got talking about that.
See, and now that
I didn't
you
realize
brought
that.
that up of like that you coped with drinking and all that stuff, for me it's the opposite. I know before she passed away, I used to party a lot with my friends, used to drink a lot, and I mean a lot. And after she passed away, I'm like, I don't want this anymore.
Mm.
I don't crave it. I just don't want it. And I stopped, which is kind of like a good thing. But at the same time, I lost a lot of friends with
Mm.
it. I just wanted to be alone, be alone at those moments, but at the same time, feel loved by everyone.
Yeah.
Um, I I can honestly say that I made huge mistakes. Well, not like the really really bad mistakes, but I made mistakes in my past when I was young, a young adult. And after she passed, I'm like, I don't want to be like this. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be like how I used to be. So I changed a lot. I try to um, I try to see people's views. Put um, put their shoes. I put how do you say it? Like I try to understand their ways,
Mm.
and instead of me just thinking, well,
Right.
I'm right, they're wrong. No, I try to understand where they're coming from, why they think like that. And after my sister's passing, I was just like, okay, this is how I'm gonna be. I try to be more patient with people, be happy with them, make them feel loved, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. And maybe that's why I'm the way that I am right now, trying to make everyone happy, smile and all that, because I don't want anyone to think, man, I'm having a shitty day. I'm going to have a shitty day the whole entire day. If you smile at someone, you
Mm-hmm.
can change
Life. Well,
their
that
whole
moment.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just want that, just know that I made someone happy, that even though they're struggling or whatnot, I just want them to know, like, hey, you're not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm here for you if you ever need it. Just recently, when was it? 2 weeks ago, I took my niece and nephew to the mall, and I saw this guy in a truck. It was green and it was from Arizona, like the plates were from Arizona.
Yeah.
And I saw him that he was singing a country song, and we were getting out of the car. My niece, she was like kind of weirded out. She's like, what the fuck? Sorry.
It's fine. It's
Okay.
okay. It's okay. You're because of the show. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Uh, and I saw him, and he was in the back of his car in the middle seats, and I felt something off from
Mm-hmm.
him. I'm like, this is not okay. So I approached him and I saw that he was actually drinking. It looked like a Bud Light because it was
Okay.
blue
Like a tall
and
can?
it had the white.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, okay, that's not okay. And I saw a gun, a rifle, right behind him. And I'm like, oh God. So my first thought is approach the guy, ask him if he's okay,
Right.
which I did. I'm like, hey, like, just wanted to let you know if you're okay. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like, okay, I mean, if you need anything, I'm just gonna be walking around the mall. But I hope you're having a good day and have and that was it. And I shook his hand and I was praying to God. I'm like, I hope I made his day because if he was
Right. In
thinking
his
of
head, a lot of
yeah,
things.
if he was like thinking something else, something that I was thinking of, like a shooting or something, I don't know, and maybe I diffused it, which I don't know if I did. I don't know what he was thinking, but I hope I just made his day and moved on because holy crap, that scared the heck out of me.
Yeah.
Especially having my niece and nephew. I'm like, where are we gonna hide?
Right.
What boy? So hopefully I made his day. And, just kindness around
Kindness.
the world.
Exactly.
But yeah,
I love that. I really love it because it's like, it, I don't know if you've ever get caught up in the TikTok trends, but I tend to do
yeah.
sometimes. And I think those have really been hitting me a lot lately. Of the
Mhm.
most is the moments where the gentleman that writes stuff on sticky notes and hands it off to people, and then they read it. You ever seen
I
that?
know.
Yeah, like a gentleman.
TikTok, come on.
It's like he
What the
writes
heck?
he writes on a sticky note and
Uh-huh.
he folds it up or a letter or whatever case to be, and he just walks around random parks or whatnot and hands it off to a random person who's he notices is just by themselves or sitting there,
Yeah.
right? And some of them are little messages, and like one of them was this one girl who was sitting alone next to her dog, and you could tell it. You could tell in her face prior before reading it, like she was standoffish. She didn't want to be approached. But even afterwards, when she read it, was like she needed that moment, right?
Her whole face light
And
up.
my God, it more or less it was just like
I can just
realization in the
imagine.
face, and she started crying. It was like she opens it up to show the letter, and he wrote down like, "You're loved. Just always remember that." And it's like right there, she was looking for the person, and she started sitting there thinking for a minute. And then what also gets me the most is the music they play for it. Like, man, they draw you in more. So they play the music, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot. That's so true, man. That's so true. And then she starts crying. I'm like, I'm crying with you, man. You're right. You love, man. They don't love you, bro. We all love you. So it's like, and it's stuff like that. It's like, that's what I love about that platform to be used for.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think that's why I like doing this too as well,
Mhm.
because it's beneficial when I hope that it does the same thing for others.
Right.
So at least when it gets to these type of messages, it gets to the certain people to know that you're
That
not
you're not,
alone.
yeah, exactly. You are not alone. You have friends, you have family, you have us.
Right.
If you ever wanted to reach out, I'm here to listen, man. I'm here.
Great
I don't,
listener,
yeah,
by the way.
I don't judge. I try to, like I said, I try to see your point of view, your perspective, and understand. So if you ever need to talk, I'm right here.
Exactly. And that's always a good thing. And I like to camaraderie you in your path and know that, the losses that you've had, of course, has made you stronger. Don't forget that. Recognize that part too. And sometimes you got to tell it to yourself too as well.
Right.
Because we lose focus at moments, and I just kind of had that realization. I didn't realize I lost my focus for a good minute. I don't even remember where it went, where it started to go right for me per se. But it did take me, and it, you know what? That's pretty crazy too. Actually, I know. It took me to all of a sudden, because at the time when I lost my grandmother, I wasn't living with my mom no more. I had already moved out and stuff, and I started doing my own thing. And I was at a job. I was going to college, doing my stuff, and then that happened. Lost college, lost my job. I realized I was back with my mom, who obviously my relationship with her has always been rocky, and that was my last thing that I said I wanted to be, or be back at, was that, because I felt like I was going backwards. So I ended up on the couch, and I'm like, man, this is not where I want to be. This is not what I want to keep doing. I noticed I lost everything. I was bummed out. I was sad as hell, and having a relationship back with my older cousin again, Alex, again, was like, hey man, I got an apartment. I don't want you. I don't want where you at right now. I want you. Come with me. Come live with me. We can get a room for you. You can have it, bro. Just get a room. We'll help you look for a job. You can start getting another job. We can help with transportation and stuff if you need it, and just keep it from there, man. Like if you could do that, keep working. Just be with us. And I think that's where my change kind of came about, and I'm like, damn, that was good. Because ever since that changed, got back with Chloe, married Chloe, had my kids, got a job with the county, got benefits, got pension. Like all that kind of came to fruition for me. Yeah. Had a nice wedding and everything. And I'm like, you know what? That was the part. So you don't realize what you've been till you start talking about it, remembering a little bit. And it's always good to take a moment to do so, because you can now appreciate the path and your journey. And I hope you do that from time to time for yourself too, because you have changed from then. There are things still we all have to improve on. Yeah. And in a sense, like not to improve because what we're doing is bad, but just because it's to better communicate with others, so that way they understand you more. Okay. And they can now start using the right methods to communicate back and be healthy back and forth.
Right. And I mean, we all change. Mm-hmm. I mean, we change through our whole entire life. Exactly. It's not just like, when we're teenagers, when we're young adults, or in the middle ages. No, we change every single year. Mm-hmm. We progress.
What do you feel like you're going to be like when you get older? I started thinking about that myself. I'm like, I started thinking about it right now. Tell me, let me ask you that before we sign off a little bit. What do you feel like how you're going to be like when you get older?
With Cam, like, hello. I hope that I'm not a grumpy person. I hope that I'm just like a goofy person that people can immediately like relate to or come to, and it's like, yeah, this old lady right here. I'm like, yeah, making those TikTok videos like the old ladies do, with the youngsters.
Hey, that'd be good. That'd be good. I feel like I'm gonna be stubborn and I literally feel like I'm gonna be one of those old men that come here and just pretend as if no one knows best but me type of deal. I think that's gonna be me, and I feel so bad for the people who communicate with me. I apologize already, but I feel like that's how I'm gonna be like. Now I'm trying my best not to do that, but because of my instincts and my how I can come across sometimes, that I feel like that may be me. But I'm gonna be funny with it, or at least try to. But it may rub some people off the wrong way. It may be rough.
Are you gonna be that type of old guy? I was like, get out of my yard, you darn kids.
I think I'm gonna do that for fun, just for a few times. like you better move on there, man, right now. Back in my day, I swear to God, I would be on the porch right now. Be all like something like I feel like I'm gonna do that, and then try to play with them like, and then watch them be like, oh my God, Mr. Collin. And be like, gotcha. Oh man, I feel like that's gonna be. I never really thought back then that I would even live past 30. Really, to be honest. But I also, the more I start thinking about it now, the more I'm like, damn, I might live until I'm freaking 50, 60. I might. I mean,
50, 60.
I'm only
hold on now.
I'm only saying that because I think I still kind of can't believe in myself to see myself that far out.
Yeah,
I think I still kind of have a what's that, relevancy? No. Like a reflection or like an epiphany type of deal, thinking to myself of even getting to that part in my life. I really don't know that I can, but I'm trying. I know that I'm still trying my best to do so,
Right.
to see myself that far away. And I think I'm convincing myself that I can make it there. I can't get to that point, not because of I'm doing something unhealthy or whatever case to be, because I'm doing the best I can to keep myself at least healthy enough. But I don't know. It's still hard to see myself that far ahead.
I hear you. Like when I was a teen, I didn't expect to be on my 30s. I thought I was gonna die in my 20s. Not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna die. And I remember that one time in 4th of July, I went to the Navy base when they did the fireworks and all.
Yeah.
And I was just crying. And my friends were like, why are you crying? I'm like, because maybe this is my last year. And I think I was like, what, 20, 21?
Yeah.
I was like, I think this is my last year. I'm going to die soon. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, why are you thinking this way? Yeah. I'm like, I'm just going to die soon. I'm not going to be in my 30s and yada, yada. Here I am in my 30s. And it's so weird to think. I'm like, well, how many years do I have left?
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I even going to be in my 50s or 60s, 70s, 80s? I have no fucking idea.
Right.
The only thing I just know is just take it a day at a time.
Exactly.
You know, right now, like, I'm vaping. I'm like, if I die, I'm going to die happy with my bad ambition of just smoking.
So what I always used to tell myself, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out the way I want to go out.
Right.
Eating my fatty burgers, that's eating all the crazy cheese on my pizza and everything like that. Now it's like, all right, okay, like, you know,
I take it back, but
and that's because probably the growth in the kids,
yes,
and at that too, I think it's more or less of like, to me, it's more or less of my wife. I feel like she needs me more as far as being that support system for her, because I think
that you want to live for them.
Yeah. I do. I want to live. I want to live for her. I really do. I want to live for her, and if she does passes at in the future, I'm like, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'll survive a little bit after that, but I know for a fact if I do, I know the changes I'm going to make at that point.
Yeah.
But that's my goal. My goal is to be here as long as she is, and maybe live a year after, in a sense, at least minimally, my opinion. But
let me tell you something. What was it? Back in 2018, my grandpa from my dad's side passed away in middle of November, and my grandma from my dad's side, she passed. Well, not even a month later.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, maybe that was true love, that they waited for so long, and you can't live without that person. So you might, it's
your heart.
Yeah,
your heart. You lose that special person, and it's like the passion from your heart kind of sometimes goes. And I think was my. I can feel watching love stories, especially like Notebook. I know I may not be able to have that type of love story where they pass on the bed together.
Hold on. But with the Notebook, I like the movie and all, but it was kind of bad. I don't know if you like.
I can see where you're getting at between the relationship.
The Noah part of like being a creeper and stalking her and making her go on a date with him by like, oh, if you don't go on a date with me, I'm just gonna. Like, what?
I said the same thing when we watched that recently, and I'm like sitting here thinking to myself, like, that's a little aggressive, don't you think? But I'm like thinking to myself,
I mean, at the end, it was nice, they both died together and all that stuff. But no, you don't get a woman like that. That's too creepy.
Yeah, exactly. And but let's be honest, I think that's some of that stuff is missing nowadays, of being that extra creep in this sense. But it only because it's like you look at what it created afterwards.
I guess, yeah.
I think that's where a lot of things when it comes to relationships, where you gotta pay attention to the whole picture, right?
Instead of that moment.
Right. But I agree with you. It's creepy and it's borderline, kind of stalkish.
Yeah.
But it's also too on my sense of like, well, if I didn't do that,
we would have never been together.
We would have never been together, never have that type of love story. We wouldn't have been able to have our kids, and at that too, we would have never left this world together.
guess you're right on that part.
Because that like in all of that together, you can truly appreciate the love story that they told.
Yeah.
But in the emotions and the acts of it at times, it's like, you know what, I would have never done it. And that's not saying that's wrong either.
Mhm.
You, of course, that's not your love language. And your love
Yeah,
language,
everyone's a little different.
definitely a little different. So it's like, obviously with that, I would have never done that now. Now I think I was more or less of the type of my love language at that moment, trying to introduce myself for my wife was being a little bit more on the shy part, being a little bit less aggressive,
Yeah.
but still trying to talk. And I think I did best talking with her and having conversations with her over the phone and communicating. At that point was like, instead of seeing you like they did a blind date where they
Mhm.
not see each other, it was beneficial for me because it's like we got to know each other on the phone more before we had a
Actually,
physical. So I'm like, that made better. These
yeah.
two just, but yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
See, and I like that. I like the fact of the like for you it's the phone. For me,
Yeah.
it was the messages. So my boyfriend and I we messaged each other every single day before we even dated. For what was it, a month or two, just talking, just constantly, just messaging each other and getting to know each other
There you
per
go.
se. And then we saw each other because we met on Facebook dating. But anyways,
That's what's up. All right, that's okay. That's good. That was before Tinder, so it's okay.
No, actually, Facebook dating
Oh,
has
that's
been more
right.
recent. Tinder has been going on for I don't know how long.
You're right about that. I didn't realize
But
that too.
I never was into like Tinder. That was too. Anyways, yeah, we started talking. And I really enjoyed the conversations that we used to have because it wasn't show me pictures.
Right.
Oh, like what do you do? What are you wearing? Type of thing. No, it was more of a conversation of, hey, what do you think about this? And very, very intellectual messages.
Yeah.
And I love that. So it kept going. We actually saw each other, and we started like hanging out more, and then we had the relationship. And I'm like, oh, this is good. This is how it's supposed to be, and I
Yep.
like that because it's not like what is trending right now, where
Right.
you automatically go into a relationship. It's more of like you eased into it, which I really, really enjoyed because I mean,
Agreed.
I used to be that person that we would talk like messages and Snapchat and all that stuff, and then we would go out, and then it wasn't the best connection. It wasn't the sparks or
It was
anything
an
like
awkward.
that. Yeah, it was more of an awkward because we didn't.
Know what else to say?
Yeah.
How do we communicate? How do we talk
right,
to each
we
other?
didn't have that intellectual match.
Yep.
And for this one, it was very different. So yeah, maybe that's why my relationships didn't last because I didn't know them that well. I'm like, yeah. After actually knowing them, I'm like, yeah, no, thanks.
Right.
Bye. Bye.
Talk to you later.
Yeah,
Maybe.
ghosted.
Try not. And that's good. That helps the evolution of relationships, and
Yeah.
it's also too like it's good. Like I just love good storytelling because it's your story.
Yeah.
It's your path and how things became to be, and
Yeah.
that's always good. That is a lost commodity to the world is communication, and especially when it comes to doing it before the physical part of things.
Exactly.
Like you have to do it emotionally, you have to do it intellectually, and you have to kind of just give the words out at first to kind of understand each other, and then once that comes out, then the physical comes with it.
Yeah,
And it
and
works
it
even
feels
better.
more attached to
Exactly.
that person. It's funny, like I still remember our first date. We went to the Cheesecake Factory and we ate, and then we went to the mall because it was in Schaumburg.
Right.
And we were walking, and I saw his arm, and his arm has a tattoo
That's
of
what's up.
a smiley face. And the first thing I'm like, is that from Watchmen?
Oh, nice.
And his face was like,
He lit up. You knew what he was talking about.
yeah. He's
Nice.
like, how did you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, because I read the comic.
Yeah.
And I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
I even own the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how can you not like see
Is it
the
the
little
one with
smiley
the
face
blood?
with the blood?
There you
The blood smear.
Nice.
And he's like, well, no one knows, like,
No one really knows what it is.
Exactly. Like, I'm like, oh, well, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew.
That's what's up.
Saying that's the little connection. I'm like, oh, and I can still see his face of like, started of like, what the heck? She knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. From there. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Well, it's been a little bit over an hour.
Has it? Oh
yes,
my
it
gosh.
has. So that's good. No, that's good. It's good conversations. And
yeah.
it's much appreciative of you, of course, for joining me today. I appreciate it, and I love this conversation we had. We've always had good conversations, and that's why I wanted to have you as a guest, of course. And I thank you for, giving me your time of the day and coming out here and having this episode with me. It's been a blessing and much appreciative. And thank you for the gift. Much appreciated there. And yeah, it's gonna be good. Hopefully have you back on sometime, other time. Okay.
I'm willing to come 2 hours just to talk. Honestly.
Thank you.
But for all of viewers out there, just know that you are not alone. And if you really need to speak to someone, or just for someone to listen to you,
Mm-hmm.
we are here. I'm here. I don't know my Instagram or any of my Facebook, but if you are, if you know him well, just message him and
got it.
Yeah, we'll have the connection. I'm here to listen to you guys, and we love you.
Good message. Good message, Elly. You be safe. You guys take care. We'll see you on the next episode here on Chop It Up.